Hello everyone, can you hear me? Sound check, sound check.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Wolfside channel! Today we have a very special topic. I mean, always special. The fist weapons again. And yeah, you heard correctly. Again, because over a year ago Henrik presented the fist weapons and then they delayed that because of the networking stuff and all the other stuff that was going around there. Plus the engine upgrade and a lot of more problems. But finally the new fist weapons will come. So first, let's look at what Henrik showed us and then I will go through the random questions and answers list.
And a new siege window. Yeah, so we discussed that right a little bit last time as well. We have kind of decided that we are moving over to a siege window system. We tried the dynamic approach. People are not convinced. We're not really happy with it. We are most of the players, and we agree that it's very difficult to get that to work in a magic perfect world. So I think our conclusion is to not dwell more time and waste more time and also frustration possible for the players, and to make it more fair. I think going the route similar to systems like Shadowbane, Eve Online, similar siege system to that, and that is pretty much a more static siege window where the owners set the hours where they are free for being siege, pretty much. So that's what we're approaching currently. Please make loot bags more visible. We spend too much time looking for loot in tall grass and on ground, especially when doing outlaws. We did increase the size of them quite a bit, but yeah, maybe, you know, we have to extend them further if that is a general issue. We can absolutely do something, I guess. So if that's a general issue, then yeah, absolutely. We have 6 versions here where you can craft them now. You couldn't craft them in the first game, but now we have the handle piece, as you can see in the dark mesh. That is the handle that you craft, and then you pick the head piece, what you can craft. They're also based a little bit on real life, so there's some logic behind them as much as it's possible. So yeah, I thought I could show the early work in progress draft, this system, where you actually craft them, the handle and the headpiece, similar to any other weapon. So I hope you think they are nice. Like I said, this is, you know, you see the blades doesn't have any details, right? We don't have the materials or anything. So this is the work in progress draft. That's why I said very carefully, this is a work in progress draft. So you don't have to say it's a kid in paint doing this. Maybe I wasn't clear enough. I have to be even more clear to explain what a work in progress draft means. And yeah, obviously we also have to invent special ability moves for all the new upcoming weapon groups. We have the crossbow, we have the fist weapons, like the mace looking at the end. That is the Rhysar, Thursar versions of the fist weapon. I'm not sure I will be able to craft with these. As you can see, your hands are quite occupied inside these handles, right? Not very different from holding a other weapon or shield, right? Yeah, so obviously we're looking at some of the details when it comes to rules to use them. It's 2 gloves, right? And you know, you will be able to use one of these and a shield. So, you know, we're looking into those specific rules and what we can do, and if there's something that doesn't feel right or work right, you know, that's where we're gonna do some test on it. And obviously we're gonna run a lot of tests on fighting with them as well to make sure they're useful and interesting. So I just want to share some of the work in progress just to get some initial feedback if there's something that again stands out, since we have still time to adjust design at this stage. Yes, there were fist weapons in MO1, but you couldn't craft them. This time we want to implement them as any other weapon, that you can craft every weapon in our game. Do you think fist weapon fit the current weapons available? Will they be super fast or something else? So I've been thinking about that a little bit, and it's not too... I'm not too sure at this point still. I can see that obviously that heavy one to the right obviously isn't a quick jab, right? It depends on the volume and size and weight. But I can see obviously that being a slower one version, obviously, right? While some of those more thin blade-like is probably very quick and agile, right? So I think it will be, you know, something that follows that kind of logic.
And now to our random questions and answers list. The current update issues is worked on. The next patch will come the next month. Star Wars is working in sprints. That means that every month a sprint is finished. So finally we have a time schedule on the roadmap. Henrik mentioned that Steam is a little bit greedy. Henrik meant by that Steam is taking 30% of everything. and Epic Games is taking 12%. Star Wars is currently focusing on the new player experience. They also want to improve Haven, that it's more like the Mortal 1 Haven, because the Mortal 1 the Haven was very big and very great for new players to actually experience the game, to get into the game, to getting excited about the game, what the game can offer, and this is a little bit missing in Mortal 1 and 2, and they want to adjust that Haven as well. AI is currently a little bit broken, but it's worked on. It will be a hotfix maybe. The brokers will get more filters and a lot of quality of life improvements for the overall trading system. They also want to include a little bit more solo and small guild or medium group gameplay. They're also looking forward to implement the relics, that the relics drop down from the sky and people can fight over that, so it engages for PvP. We had that in Mortal 1 and it was an awesome mechanic. Meteors will drop from the sky that people can fight over. We also had that in Mortal 1 and it worked very good. Now, much more interesting, Henrik also said more playable clades will maybe come in the future. And I hope when these new races will come to the game, then we all get a reroll token to reroll our characters. That would be really awesome, by the way. The arena will be patched in the game when the people will vote for that. Sadly, it was not on the roadmap votes, but maybe it's on the next roadmap. Someone mentioned that he is griefed in town and said that this is an exploit. Henrik cleared that up and explained if someone uses crawling hand to move a loot bag, then it's not an exploit. But maybe they will change that if it annoys too many people. But that is something that an MMO, that Mortal Online or Ultima Online had, that you had fear even in town. Henrik also said that he is maybe looking forward to modernize that if not many people like that. Then we have a clear view on the wipe thing. I mean, the wipe is discussed since the first game existed, and now no, this will not happen, because when this happens, then a lot of people will quit, myself included. So no, wipes will not happen anytime in this game ever, because after 6 months we would have the same results as now, so this wouldn't make any sense. More points of interest will come to the game. A lot of artists are currently working on a lot of stuff, so we will have a lot of content in the upcoming months. They're also looking forward to improve the sound quality of every sound you hear in the game. Also the overall sound and also the music improvement maybe. But this is something that will happen over time. This is not a particular patch, but this will happen over time. He also said that NVIDIA or AMD technology, when the Unreal Engine can implement that pretty easily, when they can implement that pretty easily, then they will use the modern stuff. Maybe someday even NPC AI talks, that you can talk to an AI in-game with an NPC whatever stuff. The marketing will start later. More bosses will come over time, more dungeons will come over time, more animals and mounts will come over time, guild emblems will also come, maybe on the next roadmap. They ban a lot of cheaters and shit talkers. They also mute a lot of people from the voice over IP and the chat system. So if you're playing music in-game, for example, be aware that Star Wars will maybe mute you, so you can't write or can't talk permanently. So please be aware of that. Paying for a bounty will not work, because people will abuse that system. That's why Star Wars will not implement that, and you can't place money bounties on people, because the system wouldn't simply work, Henrik explained. Henrik also said that they will make the best MMO they can as good as possible, but it just takes time. But you know what takes no time? Sharing this video with your friends, and leave a like and subscribe. Yeah, woo! And ring, ring, ring the bell. And special thanks to all the supporters, of course: Carmel, Professor Lukario, Rhonus, Paarthurnax, Cologne, Bulldog, Giovanni, Vargas, RealMadWurst, Greta, you, and all the others, of course. And never forget to fist hard, party hard, make party hard. And see you all next time. Goodbye.